And his name is
Jordan Cino.
Right, so last week I made a video covering this crazy religious fanatic who thought that Hi-Fi Rush was satanic because there's a buff woman in it who he thought was a transgender person for some fucking reason. There's a lightning bolt in it, and they do the rock and roll sign, you know the one? I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this, remember that video, but I'll link it down in the description. Anyway, my boy The Average One Gaming decided to respond to Mischief, not me. I'll get recognized one day. And if you thought his original video about how Hi-Fi Rush was stupid, holy fucking shit, strap yourselves in, because this one is even stupider. Like, Jesus. Like, I know I'm taking the Lord's name in vain a lot here, but like, Jesus. I did not expect this. So anyway, without further ado, let's just begin.
A couple weeks ago, I made a video about the video game Hi-Fi Rush. It's an Xbox title, and in that video, I was describing some of the subliminal satanic imagery in the game that's right in front of your face, but you don't recognize it.
Yeah, the subliminal satanic imagery, you know, the lightning bolt, which everyone associates with lightning, or, you know, the rock and roll sign, which everyone associates with, well, rock and roll, or a buff woman, which everybody associates with a buff woman. Lots of satanic imagery there.
And now, there is another YouTuber by the name of Mischief who's made a video about my video, pretty much saying it's crazy and all this type of stuff. And the way I found out about this is I got a tweet about it, and I'm not going to say who tweeted me because I get attacked here a lot on my channel, and I don't want anybody going and antagonizing that person. But I want to tell you thank you for sending me that video. And the only reason I'm addressing that is because I can use it as a way to further the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Further everybody else away from actually accepting the gospel. I mean, why do I get the feeling that this guy is one of those religious fanatics who talks about God, Jesus, and Satan all the time that hasn't actually read the whole Bible?
Now, I told y'all that part of this video would be disturbing, and I'm getting ready to put up that disturbing footage here in a second. And I want to play this footage in the background for you to watch, or turn your head, whichever you may choose to do, while I discuss what he said versus the truth. The disturbing footage is going up in 3, 2, 1. Now.
Okay, in case you guys are wondering, the disturbing footage is drag queens performing provocative dances in front of young children, which I do agree with this guy that that is wrong. However, what I think is disgusting about what he's gonna do is he's gonna try and say that this represents gay people and transgender people, which it doesn't.
Now, in his video, remember, this is the guy who said he knows so much about the Bible, even more than me. He said that transsexuality is not in the Bible.
I mean, it isn't. There's no verses in the Bible that explicitly mention transsexuality.
Are you telling me that I have to tell you that transsexuality is homosexuality? Like, I have to tell you that?
I don't think you gotta tell me that. I think you've gotta explain that fucking shit. Like, how does homosexuality, which refers to being attracted to someone of the same sex, at all connect to transgenderism, which is identifying as a different gender from the one that you were born? How do you, how do you, fucking, how do you connect those?
Are you telling me that you can be looking at something and all somebody gotta do is slap a different name on it, and now all of a sudden it's unrecognizable to you?
I mean, it's less someone just slapped a different name on it and more that, you know, they're completely different fucking things.
That is what this dude said. The Bible clearly condemns homosexuality. It says it's an abomination. It says, be not deceived, the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. And it goes on to list a bunch of sins, and effeminate, meaning homosexuality, is one of those sins that it listed.
So apparently not only are transgenderism and homosexuality the same thing, but also being effeminate is the same as those. Yeah, I'm sorry to all my viewers out there who are straight guys that, I don't know, might be into big dommy mummies or whatever the fuck, but yeah, apparently you're gay. So, I don't know, I mean, I was gay before that, so
And this dude here is saying that transsexuality is not in the Bible. Are you telling me that a man who wants to go have his private part cut off so that he can pretend that he is a woman, so that he can go back and have sex with another man, that's not homosexuality?
I mean, technically it isn't gay because, you know, when they transition into a woman, they also become a woman. But, I mean, even still though, what if they wanted to become a woman and then have sex with women? This also kind of just assumes that all men who transition into women just want to have sex with men. And also, what about women that transition into men? Like, is that still gay?
In the video that you saw playing in the background, it may be over by now, I'm not sure, but that video was of these people, transsexual people, performing in front of little kids. Those were little kids that these people are performing in front. These are grown people perverting little kids. I don't care who you are, you believe in God or not believe in God. Children should not be exposed to that type of stuff. And these are the people that he wants to defend and that he wants to promote.
No, those videos were of drag queens performing in front of little kids. Which I do agree with you shouldn't be the case. They shouldn't be allowed to do provocative dances like that in front of children. However, that's not transgender people, that's drag queens. They're completely different. Like, do I really need to go over the difference between a drag queen, aka a man who dresses up as a woman, versus a transgender person? A person that identifies with a different gender to the one they're born with. Like, do I really need to explain that one to anybody?
I will tell you this is an image of his YouTube page. This was when I was watching his video. Top right corner, because trans lives matter, he wants you to donate to the transsexual cause. Look at what they doing on that video I just showed. And that is by far not the only video I've seen of stuff like that going on. Transsexual people doing stuff like that in front of kids.
Oh my god, we're reaching levels of retardation that just honestly shouldn't be possible. This fucking brainlet is trying to say that if you donate to the Trevor Project, which is, you know, meant to support trans people, you're also supporting drag queens, who are completely different people, by the way, in doing provocative dances in front of children. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't even know how to respond to this properly because of how stupid what he just said was.
He also mentioned my video because I said that I mentioned the lightning bolt being used as a subliminally demonic sign, subliminally satanic sign in gaming and media and stuff like that. And I won't go too much in depth into that in this.
Oh, well, thank God, because I don't want to be here for... We've still got 17 fucking minutes of this video left. Anyway, this next part of the video basically just goes on a tangent about how Mischief didn't show the part of his video where the founder of the Satanic Church or whatever was wearing a medallion with like the lightning bolt and the pentagram. I did show that in my video, and I kind of explained that his reasoning for thinking that a lightning bolt is a satanic symbol just because one person wears it is just really moronic. Now yes, the lightning bolt in the context of that one necklace is satanic. Doesn't mean every single lightning bolt ever is satanic. Because I think he forgets that, you know, in the Bible, the most frequent user of lightning bolts is God. But trying to say a lightning bolt is satanic because one person wore it as a satanic symbol is like trying to say that a bowling ball is a weapon of murder because one person crushed somebody's head with a bowling ball or something. I don't fucking know.
In his video, at minute marker 10 minutes 10 seconds, he said, if the devil is real, then he is too smart to use the hand rock on sign, the devil horn sign, to subliminally program people. Then he said, pay attention. Then he said, he is pretty sure that it's not satanic anymore. What? That is proof of what I'm telling you.
Alright, cool. Alright, so now we're talking about the devil horns. Which, you know, a little fun fact for this Bible fanatic here. Nowhere in the Bible is Satan actually described as having horns. Yeah, nowhere, I know. All of those images you've seen of the big red Satan with big horns are all man-made interpretations of what Satan would look like. The 666 sign. Bitch, does this even look like 3 motherfucking 6s? That's even fucking dumber than when the fucking mainstream media were trying to say that it means white power. Like, Jesus Christ.
Satan wants to keep this stuff in your face so that you get numb to it and you feel like it's just a part of life.
I mean, if that's Satan's objective as the Lord of Evil, to normalize hand signs that don't fucking mean anything, he must have hit his head really fucking hard when he fell out of heaven.
How is it not satanic anymore when it's the same hand sign now that it was back then? It's the same one.
Yeah, that's right, guys. How does the same thing mean something different now? I mean, you know, things have never been redefined before. It's not like languages have had several words that have been changed to mean something else, or, you know, okay, or like that's even happened with the Bible. Yeah, that's right, guys. Did you know the original interpretation of the Old Testament was that the God of the Bible, Yahweh, was actually evil? And the prophecy of the Bible was that another God who's better than Yahweh was gonna come and destroy him.
He said he's pretty sure the hand sign is not satanic anymore. Then he went on to say, not that he would care. So Mischief is saying that he does not care that the devil horn is satanic. He said that in his video. I'm not putting those words in his mouth.
Well, yeah, Mischief's an atheist. Why would he care? Look at that, guys. Mischief said he doesn't care about this thing that he doesn't believe in.
Keep in mind, the Bible was written thousands of years ago. It told the way Mischief would be. It said that he would be that way a couple thousand years ago.
Wait, whoa. Let me get this straight. The Bible said 1,000 years ago that people who do not believe in the Bible will not believe or care about the Bible? Oh my god! I mean, damn, the way the Bible's predicting future events, honestly, they should just rename it The Simpsons.
Then at the mark of 12 minutes and 45 seconds in this video, he mentions me only having 3, because first of all, let me say this. First of all, he said I'm starting to sound crazy like Kanye West because I'm saying that I'm a messenger of God. Being a messenger of something, it is very easy to be a messenger of anything. And to be a true messenger and to not be a false, that is something.
Okay, if this guy thinks he's a true messenger of the Bible, I think God needs to fire whoever's choosing messengers for him. Anyway, for this next part, he basically just talks about how Mischief made fun of him for having 3,000 subscribers and says some shit like, well, if even one person accepts my message, mate, the only people who are gonna agree with your message are people that already agreed with it. You're not gonna bring anyone to your side.
And the Lord asked you in the end, why did you participate in all this demonic stuff like the devil horns and throwing up the devil horn sign and stuff like that? He said that his reply to God will be, and this was at the 13-minute marker in his video. He said that if God asked him that when that day comes, he said that his reply would be, because it's fun.
Because it's fun. Oh, okay, that's way too good of a response to ignore. I mean, you're gonna have to really explain to me where in the Bible it says that, you know, throwing up the devil horns and, I don't know, looking at lightning bolts or something is considered unrighteous, because it doesn't actually say that in the Bible, believe it or not.
And then he turned around and say he don't believe in the Bible and stuff like that. Well, if the Bible and stuff ain't real, then why do you lean so heavily towards the demonic side, the satanic side of stuff, and display such hatred and such anger towards God?
Yeah, so if you don't believe in the Bible, why do you place so much hatred towards God, who you don't believe in? And why do you like Satan, who you also don't believe in? You do realize there's a difference between Mischief hating God and liking Satan, and just saying, yeah, you know, I kind of don't care whether or not people throw up rock and roll signs and wear lightning bolts in games. It's kind of pointless to care about that stuff.
But the Satan in him hates the Jesus in me.
How's Jesus inside of you if you're against homosexuality?
I told y'all that people are perfectly fine going along with the demonism, pretending it ain't there, ignoring it, or even praising it. Nobody has nothing to say. You might even get a pat on the back. You might get congratulated. But the moment you start talking about the gospel, the moment you start opening up that Bible and exposing stuff, now people got a problem with you.
Yeah, that's right, guys. You're not allowed to use the gospel to fight against all the evil in the world, such as innocent hand symbols or lightning bolts, which aren't actually referenced as being evil in the gospel either, or transgender people, which also aren't even referenced in the entire fucking Bible. Like, if you were going out on the street saying, Jesus says help your neighbor, so make sure that you're nice to everybody, no one would care. Everyone would think that's great. And also, if we're gonna talk about satanic themes in games, do you wanna know what themes are also in games? Religious themes. There's plenty of video games with themes of God and stuff like that, and nobody complains about that. I mean, have you ever played Castlevania Lords of Shadow? It literally ends with you smacking the shit out of Satan, and God forgives you. Anyway, it doesn't really say much for the end of this video, so that's going to be the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to dislike the video and unsubscribe. And follow me on Twitter at JordanCSNo, subscribe to my second channel, JordanCS2, and join my Discord server, the CS Nation. Links to all of those will be in the description. Please don't send any hate over to the Average One Gaming, it's really unneeded. But that's all for today. So until the next one, Jesus be with you. Please just get the fuck out of here.